everyone, welcome back to my channel. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this video, I want to tell you about distribution of flora and fauna in Indonesia. Before that, don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the notification bell if you want to see the next video. Happy watching! The first, we will discuss the characteristic of biome. A biome is a rare ecosystem with a wide area consisting of distinct type flora and fauna like the polar ice, forest, savanna, and the Zahrah. Next, factors that influence the distribution of flora and fauna.
There are 4 factors that influence the distribution of flora and fauna. The first, climate. Climate is divided into 5 elements, namely temperature, humidity, wind, rainfall, and sunlight. Superficially, what the meaning of climate is so? Climate is a weather condition for a long time and cover a very large area. Climate greatly affects the distribution pattern of flora and fauna in the world. Secondly, physiography. Physiography is an environmental factor that affects the conditions prevailing in habitat and the distribution of plants and animals. This factor is related to topography, such as the height, the slope, the level of erosion, and others. So, in physiography, topography affects the distribution of flora and fauna in the world, because its topography has different levels of rainfall and sunshine conditions. So, the conclusion is that all impact from topography will affect the distribution of plants and animals. 3. Edaphic. Edaphic are factors that depend on the state of the soil, the water air content, and the organisms that live therein. Soil or edaphic conditions are one of the factors that influence the distribution of living things, especially plants. Soil is a medium for plant growth and development. So, the level of soil fertility is the main factor affecting the distribution of plants. This means that the more fertile the soil, the more diversity in its plant life. In edaphic, there are 6 soil fertility parameters, including soil texture, the level of soil friability, organic mineral, anorganic mineral, soil groundwater content, and soil air content. And the last factor is a biotic component. Biotic components are components that exist in ecosystem in the form of living things. Example, human, plant, animal, and microorganisms. Each biotic component play a role in meeting the need of food, so that it can make the ecosystem in balance. Biotic components, according to the rule, are divided into 3, namely producer, consumer, and decomposer. For the 3 of them have different roles in food chain. Next, we will learn about the distribution of flora and fauna in Indonesia. Indonesia archipelago is a meeting of Asian plate and Australian plate. In the Jurassic Park era around 200 million years ago, there were only 2 major continents in the world, namely Gondwana and Laurasia. During this period, there was a migration of flora and fauna. Distribution of animals in Indonesia is divided on observation made by several zoologists, namely Alfred Wallace, Weber, and Richard. Flora and fauna in western part of Indonesia are called Asiatic type. The type of division of Asiatic region is bounded by Wallace Line, an imaginary line north and south that lies between Kalimantan and Sulawesi and between Bali and Lombok. To the east of the Wallace Line, there's an area with a similar distribution of animals to the Asian region and Australian region, so it's called the transitional area. This transitional area includes the Sulawesi, Sumba, Sumbawa, and Lombok. And the rest of the Weber Line is dominated by animals that are similar to those in Australia. It is only on the island of Papua. Next, distribution of flora in Indonesia. According to Ponstein, a botanist, it is argued that about 25 kinds of flowering plants and 1,700 kinds of plants do not flower. This flora area is divided into 4 regions. The flora of Sumatra and Kalimantan, example of the flora, Rafflesia, orchid, and other. The flora of Java and Bali. In this area, example of flora are tea tree, cypress, Venus mercury, and other. 3. The flora in Sulawesi, Nusa Tenggara, and Maluku. In this area, example of flora are nutmeg, clove, lontar, and other. The last area is island of Papua. Its flora is eucalyptus.
Furthermore, the distribution of fauna in Indonesia. The pattern of distribution fauna in Indonesia follow the distribution pattern of flora. Fauna in Indonesia is also divided into three areas. 1. Fauna Asiatic or the Western fauna, which includes the area of Sumatra, Java, Bali, and Kalimantan. Examples of animals are crocodile, snake, elephant, and others. The second area is the central part of Indonesia, or also known as the transitional area, include Sulawesi region, as Nusa Tenggara and Maluku. Examples of fauna are cow, Komodo dragon, and anoa. 3. The eastern part of Indonesia is also known as the Australis animal fauna type. Example of animal, bat, wallaby, and kangaroo.